Hi there, thanks so much for joining me today. I'm Jackie, and today I'm going to show you a bunch of my small little art pieces because I really do like to work small. And one of the ways that I've talked to you about how you can get creative is to work small, because if you have a small project, it's not overwhelming and it can help get you going if you haven't been creating a whole lot of art. So last week in my video I showed you how I created a bunch of small pieces from a larger art piece because I really like to quilt and I like doing small quilted art cards. So I make these little cards where you can write on the back of them, and I like to add some sea glass and beach treasures to them. So it gives you a little taste of the beach and it gives you a card that you can give someone as a gift. So last year what I did was I had a crazy year. You know, life gets in the way of creating art quite often, and I made a lot of very small projects because it's so therapeutic to do art. And the crazier your life is, the more important it is to do art. So do not give up on doing art, even though you might be a little bit busy. So what I did is I created a whole bunch of these little projects to work on, and at the end of the year I can't believe how many I finished. I got looking at it today and I realized I have 67 pictures of these little cards that I made. So I'm going to show you a slideshow of all the little cards that I made last year, in the hopes that it inspires you to get going with your art and to create small pieces. So what I do with these small cards is I get a bunch of materials together and have them all sitting there so that when I don't have a whole lot of time, I can just sit down for a few minutes, do a bit of stitching, do a little bit of playing with some of my sea glass and my shells, and just complete a small little piece. I mean, I don't have to complete it all in one sitting, but it gives me something small to work on so it's not overwhelming. And then I get my few minutes of therapy with doing art every day. Very important. Daily stitch meditation has become a bit of a part of my life, which I really do appreciate. Don't get it every day, and I miss it when I don't get it. So I hope you find this inspirational. So just to give you a little bit of insight into my process, what I like to do is put together small trays of materials to work on. So I'll have my background and my backing for a card that I'm working on, sometimes more than one in the same color wave. And then I just have some embroidery floss and beads and thread. Anything that I want to work on that card is sitting in the tray so that I can just pick it up and work on it. Sometimes, like in this one, I have a bit of cheesecloth. Sometimes I have a bit of ribbon. Whatever I feel like using on that particular card is going to be sitting in my tray, and I can just pick it up and work on it. So I have a few on the go at a time so I can work on different things. And then I usually have a bigger project on the go that just kind of sits there, and then if I feel like working big, I might pick that up for a few minutes. But I don't have any pressure to work big. I can just work on that when I feel like it. So I really hope you enjoy this slideshow of small art cards that I've done. These are all the ones that I completed in 2022. So thanks so much for joining me for this video, and I hope you find it inspirational. Until next time, happy sea glass hunting.